So when the angel of the Lord appeared to Moses, and Moses saw actually the angel of the Lord in that bush, it got his interest. He wanted to go and see what it was, why it was burning, but it wasn't being consumed. You know why? Because he was God. But now studies have said that that it was a natural phenomenon, and that that particular bush was a bush that had a called a flaxenel, if I'm pronouncing this right. If I'm not, and somebody know the exact name of that, but I think it was a flaxenel is how they called it. And what that was is it was commonly called a gas plant, and it was well known. It was well known native in the Middle East. So the plant, it emits a vapor like a gas vapor, and when the sun would hit it, they said that it would burn and it would catch on fire, and it would look like it was burning, literally. So even with that, it was still a phenomenon, because God spoke out of the midst of it. So it doesn't matter what they think, but still, that was still amazing that a God spoke out of a bush. So if God will speak out of a bush to a man, how much more will God not speak to you out of some things that don't even look normal? Just like he did through the donkey. Because Balaam was about to get killed, and he had no idea. The donkey had more sense than he did to know to get down, to bow down, because you about to get destroyed. You about to get taken out of here. You about to get us killed here. I'm going to bow down, because see, my eyes open. You can't see, but I can. And he was striking this donkey. He was hitting this donkey. He was doing this, and didn't even know that donkey he was hitting was the donkey that was about to save his life. And God gave the donkey a mouth to open up his mouth and talk. So just imagine the burning bush. If God can speak through a burning bush, if God can speak through an animal, how much more can God not speak to you through something that may not even seem normal? Because he's God. And he's holy. He's the creator. He's Elohim. He's the created one. He's the one that created the heavens and the earth. He's the one that separated them in the midst of the waters. He's the one who gave the water and the seas the authority of where to stop, the command of where to stop. He's the one that holds those stars up, that sun up, that moon up, that sun that gives us light by day, and that moon that gives us light by night. Also those stars. So if he's a holy God, why do y'all play with him like he's a yo-yo? We're in a time now that people don't even fear God. You know why? Because people don't love God. People don't have an intimate relationship with God anymore. Really, it's like people have a disgust, a hatred for God. The one that wakes you up. Karma doesn't wake you up. Buddha doesn't wake you up. Confucius doesn't wake you up. None of that wakes you up, because all of that is dead. But the true living God that sits high up on his throne, that's looking down, that preserves us, give us the ruach wind of him, the very breath of God. That's the God we serve. He's holy. He's righteous. There is no lying in him. He is not a man, but he's the Holy One. So what ground are you standing on? See, as we go on, as Moses turned around in verse 2, he turned around and he saw the bush burning. And how it was burning, but it wasn't being consumed. Do you know we can be right in the midst of trials and tribulations, and it feels like we're in fire? But we go through so much, like sickness and just families dying and friends dying and losing homes and losing cars in the midst of those things, losing children, finances, you're struggling with them. But right up in the midst, it feels like you're in fire. But then all of a sudden, God sends something that you need to sustain you right in the midst of your going through. Why? Because he didn't allow those trials and tribulations to consume you. He didn't allow that thing to destroy you, to break you, to shake you. But he gave that to you so that you could be molded, so that you could be built, so that you could be sustained. And that you would know that he is a God that you could truly trust. So Moses, he wanted to turn aside and see this great thing. He wanted to know, what is this great sight I'm seeing? I'm seeing this bush burning, but this bush ain't burning up like normal stuff would burn. Let me tell y'all something. When you got God in the midst of you, when you carry God, nothing can take you out. Unless God has said it is now time for my child to come in. Because he tells us, no weapon formed against you shall be able to prosper. He never did say that it wouldn't form. He just said it wouldn't prosper. Oh, it'll form, but in the end, it's not going to do what it came to do. Because he is not going to allow that thing to consume you. And see, the difference in where we are now and the difference in where Moses was. Moses wanted to see what this great sight was. Moses wanted to see this God that had no name at one time. But see, today, people don't want to see God. You don't see him physically, but you can see him spiritually. You can connect with him spiritually. But people don't want him anymore. People want to do what they want to do. And we're seeing all of this stuff just like it was in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's the one thing people don't teach. You'll never hear people say about the other cities that were destroyed around Sodom and Gomorrah. So if those cities were consumed and they were burnt like that entire city, just to know that whatever you sitting around, whatever you're dealing with, whoever you've connected to, when they get consumed, if you're doing the same things they're doing, you're going to be consumed too. Why? Because you are around them. Because I'm sure, and it's just Gwen's theory, not Bible saying it. So don't take it in like I read it in the Bible, but I'm just saying, because sometimes God will give me some stuff, and I'll hear something, and I go back, and I have to go back and be like, and it be just what he said. But I'm just saying, maybe all of those men that was in Gomorrah that night, perhaps maybe they didn't all belong in Gomorrah. Maybe they were those cities on the outstretch of Gomorrah that got burned. Because they were wanting to sleep with those angels. And Lot said, don't do such a bad thing. That was homosexuality. Where are those men that came into you? Bring them out so that we can know them. Understand what know them means. Know them meant they wanted them to bring them out so that they could sleep with them. That's where we are right now. Sometimes you can't know a girl from a dude, and you can't know a dude from a woman. And do you not think that we're not going to get judged eventually? Is greed here? Is hatred here? It's so much stuff here. And you think that we have a God that's going to allow us in this time, and the nations of today, in America and all around, y'all think he's going to not judge us? Do you not think that he will pull the very breath out of you like he did some of them in the older time, because they were pretending to be holy, but their lifestyle was different? You see these pastors falling dead right now after getting through preaching a sermon. Some of them, when they get ready to walk out of their studies, are falling dead. And you don't think that we're going to be judged? Judgment is here. The horses that they were talking about in Revelation, those horses have already been loosed. Why you think there's murdering in the land? Why you think right now a famine is here? Because they've been loosed. See, people don't want to talk about Revelation. But for the saints of God, when Revelation is studied and read, we should get excited. You know why? Because that means we about to leave this wicked, cruel world. He's preparing us for the place that he went to prepare for us. And those who get frantic, those who get afraid, then that means you better check your Holy Ghost. You better check your walk with God. Because somewhere, that means you're not connected to him. You're not in a relationship with him. You don't know him. But guess what? He knows you.